touch grass.
Touch grass.
Go touch grass.
Oh my God. Now, someone in my generation at my stage in life would think we're going to die and get buried, and I'm touching grass.
Hello and welcome back to Silver and Sensational. I'm here to do something fun with Lois today, and I can't wait for you to join us for this journey. Let's welcome in our amazing silver-haired host, Lois Mills.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. It is I, the Lo, and I hope that you're going to enjoy this. This is a total surprise for me today.
Yeah, do you have any idea what I'm asking you to do today, basically?
I'm eager to hear about the slang that you have.
Yes.
Ready for me to absorb, and maybe for those of us with grandchildren, we can, learn to communicate.
I would hope most of your grandchildren don't communicate with you this way.
Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me.
We are going to talk Gen Z slang today, and it kind of crosses over into Gen Alpha. And you kind of did a similar program before, Lois, where you were kind of introduced to millennial slang.
Yes. Yes.
Are there words that you know that I use or a millennial uses and you're like, oh, I can't, that make you roll your eyes that you can think of off the top of your head?
No,
yeah.
I am a complete virgin in this department.
Yes, sure. Yeah, because they're, kids are going to be kids, and we're not here to be like, kids are dumb. But
no. I really,
and that's I'm not trying to do that, is what I'm saying,
No, I just, for me, I like to consider myself being, au courant. And
well, what does that mean? I don't know that word.
Well, it's a French derivative. It means staying current.
Ah, so if when you get to France, you may not need to know these terms, or I don't even know if you ever need to know these terms. But let's get started. I'm gonna kind of quiz you. I'm gonna give you the term, ask you what you think it means, and then give you the definition, and then we'll talk about it. Does that sound fun?
Sounds like fun to me. Let's go do this.
I feel like this is the best first word to start with because it's going to be our full experience throughout this. The first word first phrase I'm going to introduce you to is brain rot. What do you think brain rot means?
Brain rot. Well, let me think. So I can't think that it's pretty much like what it's saying, where you just get brain freeze, or you just do something stupid or think something stupid.
Well, yeah, that's actually very close. I think it's now somewhat like a term that's referring to people who are terminally online. Brain rot is a derogatory slang that describes the cognitive decline and mental fogginess that can result from excessive screen time. It can also
excessive screen time.
Right.
Oh, well, that puts a different slant on it.
It sure does. It can also refer to media that is considered to have little artistic value or negatively impact those who consume it.
Okay. Well, I could adopt that into my vocabulary.
Let's say you're scrolling on Instagram and you just fall down this rabbit hole and it's a waste of your time. You just brain rotted.
Well, sometimes I find myself doing that, and then I get really angry with myself. Like, what are you doing? Going back to Facebook, going back to Instagram, to the point where it says you're all caught up. Okay. What am I doing? I mean,
I hate that feature, and I love it because it really does kind of go like, hey, go outside, which actually perfectly goes into the next term, Lois.
Okay.
Touch grass.
Touch grass.
Go touch grass.
Oh my God. Now, someone in my generation at my stage in life would think we're going to die and get buried, and I'm touching grass.
I'm sure it could be turned on its head that way. And actually, it is meant to be like a retort to somebody or like a criticism. And it basically means you've been on the internet too long. Go outside and touch grass.
Oh, for God's sake.
Go
Well,
outside and be in nature, in the world.
I kind of like that.
It's actually it is derogatory, or it's kind of like a gotcha.
No,
It's
no,
kind of
I know I like that because I don't know a lot of people but I know a couple who spend their entire life and their life experiences are basically whatever they see and read on the internet.
wow.
So,
Yes,
wow. Oh, okay, that's two for my vocabulary.
I like that you're learning, that you're wanting to integrate them here, because touch grass really, it does succinctly say just that. Go for a walk. You know what I mean, Debbie?
Yeah, no, brain rot and touch grass. Yes.
I know. Isn't that
I
great?
think I like that. Okay, next.
So the next one we're going to start with, the next one I'm going to introduce you to is the Oxford Languages 2023 Word of the Year, which has just taken over, has a life of its own, and is commonly used by like even millennials now. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I think I may have read it some time
Oh.
ago, but I forgot. What is it?
Riz.
Riz. Yes, Riz. I think I remember that being something that's hot or with it?
That's exactly right. And it's derivative of charisma.
That's it. That's it. I couldn't remember the origin, but I do recall it had something to do with being, hot.
Totally. And so that's why I think it is like.
See, I am Al Quran. I am Al Quran, everyone. I try to keep up, but go ahead.
No, you're killing
Riz.
it. Riz.
Okay.
So that's why
That one I'm not, that one I'll leave alone.
Not for
I'll leave
you.
that. Nah, I don't like the sound of it, Riz.
Sure. So
It's sort of like Riz DeVoe, which is it was something I ordered thinking it was risotto, and it ended up being veal brains.
Oh no. I don't know if Gen Z would want to use it if they knew it meant veal brains.
How is it spelled? RIS?
RIZZ. So someone
no, that's different than
I see. So I can see
Okay.
why you might have thought it was risotto.
No.
Yeah,
'cause
so
Riz, I think, is RIS DeVoe.
there was other words that it beat out, like situationship, which was something that was said by Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith when they were going through their whole thing. I know.
Yeah, that in and of itself would be reason for me not to want to vote for situationship.
I'm actually very grateful that it didn't make it.
Yeah. I'd vote for Riz over that one.
So Riz there's, like I said, it's taken on a life of its own. I don't know that I can comfortably use it, but like I definitely don't begrudge somebody using the word. There's a fun version that it's been twisted into lately, which is calling someone the Rizzler, or saying they're the Rizzler.
And the Rizzler?
So do you think you could insinuate what that
the
means?
Rizzler. No.
Or they're a Rizzler. Basically, it's a compliment for someone who has Riz.
Oh, they're Rizzlers because they have Riz.
That's right.
Okay.
And that's about it. So I wasn't going to do this actually, but it kind of helps us. The 2022's word of the year was actually a suffix. Do you remember this?
Not off the top of my head.
It was ussy. So everyone was adding ussy, USSY, to the end of words.
Give me an example.
Well, that's going to be the next word I share with you.
Okay.
And this might get us flagged on YouTube. Bussy. I apologize ahead of time, Lois, for this one. I really do.
Bussy.
Uh-huh. Can you insinuate what that might be?
Well, Is it a noun or a verb?
A noun.
It's a noun. So someone is bussy.
Oh, that would be an adjective, right?
Oh, that's right.
Or could be an adjective.
Bussy.
Someone
No.
has a bussy.
Oh, someone has a big ass.
Okay, very close. This actually has been used for a long time, apparently, in the LGBTQ world, mostly for gay men, referring to the butt, the B ussy, as opposed to a P ussy.
Jesus. I could see that. Yeah.
And that's not why it ended up being I don't know if that's why it ended up being 2022's word of the year, but ussy really had this, bussy had a resurgence and is now colloquial. And a lot of people use it as a term or whatever. And it's,
But give me another use of ussy.
So like you could take my name as a joke and say Jessica Cussy. And people were doing that as a joke.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And that's not a wonderful example, but that's why it was a suffix. So, and people didn't realize suffixes could, if that's the correct pluralization of that word, could be used as the word of the year, but it really was that influential that year that they ended up deciding on ussy. Well, and I just wanted to use that as the entrance into that crazy word. And so welcome to knowing what a bussy is. Okay. Moving right along. This word you know, but I can guarantee you don't know what it means in Gen Z slang. Ohio.
You're right. I would have no idea. I'm afraid my mind is set in mud. Ohio to me is a state.
Okay, well then this might help though. What is your opinion of Ohio? Do you have any feelings about Ohio?
Not particularly. I've only been there once.
That's fair. So Ohio slang in slang is a recent term that has come to represent a place where strange or unsettling things happen. It can also be used as a synonym for weird or creepy. So to use another word we've learned is they've got Ohio Riz.
To all of our listeners out there who are from Ohio, we apologize.
You know what?
I have only a feeling repeating what is out there.
I have a feeling Ohio agrees. It puts them on the map one way or another, to be fair.
Touche. Okay.
So the next insane word, Lois, is skibbity.
Skibbity, like skivvies.
Skibidi.
Oh, skibbity.
Skibbity.
All right. I'm going to say that's the equivalent of the 1960s term scab.
Ooh, so what is that term? I think we should do a flip on this, Lois.
Listen, my memory doesn't take me back that far that I remember it a lot. But, a scab was in those days, equal to a skank. Just somebody was scabby,
Oh.
Yeah. So
I mean, I can infer just from what I know about a scab. That's so interesting. So skibbity actually has no inherent meaning, but it ended up coming from a mashup of a song that the phrase "when sped up" sounded like skibbity, and that then ended up getting used to be this. There's a really weird video that is called Skibbity Toilet. The Gen Z loves it. It is wild. It is funny. It's also very strange. But now Skibbity has jumped from that context to mean bad or cool, depending on the usage. That's Skibbity. Oh, that's Skibbity.
I'll let that one go too.
Okay, great. I think you should. It's not for us.
I don't like, it's not mellifluous
Oh,
for me.
I like that. So, but someone might say they have Skibbity Ohio Riz. So we're going to put those words together. That's a phrase that is being commonly used. They have Skibbity Ohio Riz.
Skibbity Ohio Riz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a few more, and then we're going to put this one to bed. All right. What do you think baby girl means?
Baby girl. I don't know. It's what I call Jackie, my dog. Come here, baby girl.
Oh, Jackie's going to get confused just hearing you say that. So, baby girl with a space in between baby and girl means exactly that. My baby girl. Baby girl with no space in between that is referred to an attractive man who is also considered cute, sensitive, or vulnerable. Can be used for humor, derogatorily, or as a compliment.
Why is this word or phrase, because if it's two words, why is this reminding me of Baby Reindeer, the hit program everyone's talking about? So we have baby girl, meaning a guy who is sensitive.
Sensitive, vulnerable, and gentle, like a gentle, like, oh, that was such a baby girl move, or he's such a baby girl. Hey, what's up, baby girl? And you know what I kind of like about it is it's embracing the feminine. And again, it can be used derogatorily, which is the problem.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I heard Andy Cohen use that term to his co-host. Or maybe
I bet you might have.
Or yeah, or maybe he just uses girl.
It's very possible. I could see him adopting something like that, though, too.
Okay,
Like, that wouldn't be...
Baby girl. But if I would say that about a man, it would be in a complimentary way.
And that's the only way I would want to use it, too, right? I'm so over the world of making fun of a man for not being this version of a man we expect them to be.
Yeah. So I think if a man is sensitive, I generally find artistic men to be sensitive, and I don't find that a minus in a man, unless, of course, he's more sensitive than I am, and then I think he's a wuss.
Well, there you go. And that's your perspective, Lois, which I respect. Speaking of that, there's a term now called Sigma when referring to a man. Do you know what? I'm sure you're familiar with the word Sigma, just in colloquial.
Sigma?
Correct.
Okay.
And all we know it from is it's a Greek letter. If you had a sorority or whatever, you may know Sigma, Alpha Chi, whatever.
Yeah.
It's an internet slang used to describe a man who is popular, successful, and independent, but also self-reliant. So the man package that these guys are trying to sell dudes on is being a Sigma male, which is now receiving the guys who want to be a Sigma, and then the side of the internet that is over it with this has to be masculine male is using it derogatorily.
So alpha male's out and sigma male's in.
Alpha, sigma, it's interchangeable, usable together, but sigma male is the new
one. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
I couldn't seem to find why sigma. I'm sure I don't know why sigma. Alpha male makes sense because it's the first letter of the alphabet, right?
Alpha male, the alpha dog, yeah.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And the last one we're going to do is what I think I have made you do a few times during this program, Lois, and I apologize. It's called blue screening.
Okay. Well, see, now I would think that that's somebody who's in front of their internet or in front of their computer a lot.
Sure.
But apparently that's not what you're going to tell me.
That's a really good assumption, but it is, and it does refer to a thing that can happen on the computer. But basically, you have received new information and you blue screen and you can't process the information for a couple seconds. So basically, buffering is another word for that. So every time I told you something new today, you blue screen for a second and then returned to us.
Okay, well, There have been a few words that I have learned.
You want to use any of them in a sentence for me?
I hope I don't blue screen too much. I hope that I can continue to grasp things quickly and don't have to blue screen.
I love that. I love that. That's perfect.
Oh God, I love this. This is I'm just going to have to listen to our podcast and watch our YouTube on this more than once so that I can really cement these in my head.
These kids are smart, and they really are. A lot of this is born of the internet and talking to people all over the world. So I just thought we should introduce ourselves to it. And I actually would love to do a 60s, 70s slang. And so you can kind of keep me hip and not a scab. How does that sound, Lois?
It was the best decade as far as I was concerned. The best. It was a lot of fun.
There's so much to learn from that era, and I would love to talk to you about it more. Folks,
All
let
right.
us know if you learned something or if we missed something. Get in contact with us at Silver and Sensational on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Lois. If they are watching us on YouTube, what should our friends be doing?
Oh, please, please, please share us with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so and ask them to do so. Nobody's going to bother you. It just helps us. And then hit the like button and press the notification bell so that you know when a new episode drops. Although that's generally every Friday, thanks to the glorious and wonderful Jessica C.
I was going to call myself the Rizzler, but that's better.
So please, thank you for tuning in. Jessica, thank you. All of you, we look forward to having you join us again next week. In the meantime, look after yourselves and God bless.
Oh, bye, everybody.
Bye now. Thanks so much for watching us today. And please hit like, subscribe, and do share us with your friends. And again, we love having you as our audience. Stay with us. See us every Friday for a new episode.